they had known this that we're saying, the way down, the way up is down, they would never have crucified the Lord of glory. Just as is written, things that the eye has not seen, the ear has not heard, which have not entered into the heart of man, all that God has prepared for those who love him. So again, I think Paul is still reflecting on this. Is so just turns the world upside down. And again, for me, I feel like it's my theology that's getting turned upside down. The theology that I've inherited from my Christian culture. We are still so craving power. I will tell you, I've had several conversations and some of the conversations led me to do more research. God has given me a blessed gift. I just open my heart to you just in this respect. And when I get up, anytime I get up to teach, God has given me the gift of naivete. That I don't stand in front of people worried about what they're going to think, or worried that I'm way off base. Now, sometimes this has gotten me in trouble because I've gotten up and actually said things in places where it wasn't, they weren't ready for what I was going to say, and I didn't know that. So this gift of naivete also sometimes occurs. But I'm not a politically astute speaker. I think if you've been here a while, I just get up and disembowel in front of you. I just get up and share what God is doing deep in my heart, and I'm not all worried about a little bit, a very little bit. But the good thing is, the reason it's a gift is because then I'm free, I'm open in front of you. And part of what comes along with that is I tend to think that everybody's with us. This journey has been so happy, and I'm so happy, and we're so happy. As Vernon, you said going out of class last week or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember, well, I don't know if we're right or not, but I enjoy this so much, I don't care if I'm wrong. I said this is unrelated, but in my journal this week, and I was jogging, thinking that you have authority is so much better than thinking that you're the victim. And even if you're wrong and you really don't have authority, but you just think you do, but you're wrong, even that's better than being wrong is so much more fun than being right. If I'm wrong, don't wake me up. I'm enjoying this dream too much. I'm just so happy in God. And where was I going? And I was going somewhere really good with that. So I think that the body of Christ is moving right along with us. And that, to an extent, that bubble has been burst. I got it reburst this week, and it's like, ooh, there's a lot of people. And I just want to say there's vast swaths of the body of Christ, in my opinion, I now are seeing are completely dedicated and committed and addicted to this. It fits our flesh. There are many preachers, and I hesitate always, so I won't name any names, but there are many, many Christian teachers and preachers that preach this, and it feels so good, and it feels so right, and they can stand up and say things so strong and bombastic, and there's a great part of our soul that wells up and goes, yeah, yeah. And I'm now going, ooh, no. And I'm not going to go any further than that, but I'm going back to my happy naivete. I think everybody's with us, and it turns out they're not. There's a lot of people over here. God's taking me into crazy places. Us, Shelley.
And I think if you're in that camp and you're really happy, it's because you think you're on the winning side.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
If you're not on the winning side, you don't think you're happy.
That's exactly right. That's such a huge part of the Christian culture. Ooh, we think Jesus is going to win like this, and we're going to win with him. He's going to come and show everybody. And I'm getting in trouble now, right? Because I'm messing with our eschatology. And I don't have all the answers, but I'm feeling really strong. I don't think God was play acting in Jesus. No. This is the way he really is. But then he put on this meek and mild, humble, loving thing for us. No, I think the way Jesus is the way God really is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking back to many classes and themes in the last number of years, but when we referred to what Jack Frost says, we are created for love. If we have not experienced God's supernatural love, then by default,
yes,
by default,
yes,
we're there.
Yes.
To the degree we have not experienced God's changing love. I mean,
Yes.
changing, impacting
The love that messes you up.
That's, yeah, the one that really we need day by day to change, to thrive, to be successful, to be anointed, to be whatever. You know, that's the core. What we
And if
need
you
is
haven't-
the core of what he is.
Yeah, and you don't get that by studying the Word. You get that by having a crazy encounter with God. And then the Word comes alive for you. Yeah.
Talk about why we crave for God is great. I mean, the answer may be obvious, but I don't.
Yeah, why do we crave that?
Back in the garden.
Yes,
Well,
certainly.
Eve,
The original fall, the hints are there in the
We
story.
don't want to feel like Nobody's following someone who's not great.
Exactly.
Marla said and she said it softly. I think that maybe that's why Satan rejected God.
Yes, yes.
Because I think Satan said, "You're weak."
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
And that scares me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. That sounds like very familiar. I could say that.
You know, and then I'm thinking, you talked about, somebody said, okay, we like that because we're on the winning side.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
see, you're still on the winning side over here, it just looks different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Completely different. Yes. And we're not, it's like parts of my soul. I'm preaching to myself this morning because parts of my soul are still not quite convinced that Jesus' way is the way. John.
I think there's something also in, if you have power, you feel like you're in control. You're
Yes.
safe.
Oh,
Nothing
Yes.
can affect me. Nothing
Yes.
bad is going to happen to me. Whereas if you go this route, you have to trust.
Yeah.
You have to have more faith.
Absolutely.
Because things are not going to be controlled
Yes.
perfectly for you.
Yes, and if I may, let me insert that for once this morning, some of you would have the right to question whether I have a hobby horse, and I hope I don't. My hobby horse being this whole enlightenment poison thing, you know, modern, postmodern, that may be a hobby horse. I don't think it is. It's certainly my journey, and I may ascribe it too much to you. But this subject is not a modern versus postmodern issue. This way transcends modernity. This is, I mean, you know, back in the Middle Ages, the church was about power. It was waiting.